Let's take a look at the meta report. Yeah, well played, Eddie. I screwed up by spending one coin extra on the disciple in round one, and it started a spiral of tilting that made me want to go smork. I usually don't play skull round one. I don't bank round one, etc. All right, let's take a look at the meta snapshot. Meta snapshot. TB meta snapshot. Oh. Let me make this bigger for you guys. Should I make it the mobile version that doesn't have a sidebar and stuff? Okay. Let's put that like this. There we go. So, tier 1, Syndicate off the books, 4.5 stars, which is what we were playing. Let's take a look at that deck. So, Professor, Jacques, Cyrus, King of Beggars, Horseman. God, these websites are bad. Basically what I was playing, but this version has 2 Keepers and 1 Mutant Maker. Yep. Pretty standard. You're familiar with it. Inside the game, you can use the old cards in the stack. The most recent effect was the leader nerf by 1 provision. The addition of Keep a Flame after provision top 16. Okay. Discard drop. Candle. Poison is good for Assimilate or Self-Wound. Self-Wound is a hard matchup because of lack of tall removal. See? I was right. Hey, Alien, the second link is what you want to click on. That's what we're looking at right now. Yeah, guys, the next person to tell me about this Miamon deck without giving me a link is getting timed out. This is like the 4th person. Give link or I don't want to hear about it. Sorry, Dancer, you just happen to be like the 4th person to say it today. Okay. No one asked for anyone's 2 cents, by the way. We're looking at the Team Elder Blood meta report. You can say I disagree, but if you want to issue a meta report, do so and send me a link and we'll review that too. No, you're fine. That would be awesome, Danstry. Because I would like to mess around with it. It sounded neat. Poisons help with getting rid of tall units and assimilate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we talked about that one already. Yeah, if you want to play another game or whatever while I review this, you can. I didn't know this was out. Gamma came back from fighting Harpies in the North to visit their cute grandson Sigval, the basket of Martra. And me. Who wrote this? She wanted to surprise the young lad. She looked around, but everyone was an adult. Where was her sweet boy, Grandma? The burly man called Grandma, the burly man called out. It seemed that in the time Grandma was away, Sigvald had grown. Apparently, the god Melusine had been putting him on some steroid or something. My, how you've grown since I last saw you. This deck is actually quite complicated, so be careful. Beware my Melusine, or you will be part of Skellige cuisine. Ferocious berserkers under Sigvald's command. Bend your knee, listen to their demand. Mighty Knut Canute is leading the charge. They will plunder, put treasures on their barge. Hearts stop, wives cry, children in despair. But ardent censor is their nightmare. Fierce in raid, struggle in final battle. Go along round 3, their knees will rattle. Nice. Okay, but you does it say who wrote which part? Or did what's his name write all of them? Kisses. I rate this poem 10 out of 10. That was fantastic. Can I make this a command? Alright, someone put like emotes at the end of each line or whatever, and I'll make it a command for self wound. Self wound. Someone fix it up and then I'll edit it and I'll I don't know, give you a diamond or something. You need Fukusi and Ham. Okay, I don't know how to play this. They're saying good against a sim, bad against elves. This is actually interesting to me too. This part of the Wincon, Melusine, Sigvald, card replacement. Nope. Let me just take a look and see if anything has changed. Looks like this version has Ermion. Maxi's normal. Vile. Okay. Like Ermion could be Darren or something, right? Or there's there's no Berna? Or Coral. Oh. Oh right, this is wait, or Oniromancy. Just Decree. Okay. But they do run 2 priests and 2 veterans. Plus, elves don't have tall targets for you to kill. So it doesn't matter that you can do 14 damage with your Canute. It's all overkill. Plus double heat wave, yeah. And don't elves also get to run Censor if they want to? Or do they not do that anymore? Now that it's 9p. That's why you need King Bran? Yeah. For that extra 3, boost, that will make the difference. So instead of using Alyssa on their waylays, they'll just use it on Heatwave. Alyssa works on any special. You misspelled Puzzle Express version. So like the triple Gurney deck, it uses Alyssa to Sabbath twice, right? All right. I missed the matchups for Syndicate. Good against engine decks. Yep. Bad against greedy decks. What greedy decks are not engine decks? What's an example of a greedy deck that is not engine? I guess Relict? Is Relict a greedy deck that isn't engine deck? When you say greedy, what you guys mean here is like decks without any removal? Or engines? Hand buff? Yeah. I guess hand buff falls in that category. Good against engine decks, bad against greedy decks. Does this mean like point slam? I think this just means point slam. My problem with the Smith has never been about whether it's good or bad. It's that it's been meta for 2 years. We're fucking bored of it. Okay. Good against NR, SD, and monsters. Bad against self-wound. Really? Is that true? All greedy like triple Gurney, Keltalis? Huh. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, because this is the double cross version? What about the imprisonment version? That one should be good against self-wound, right? Easy to tech. You have one Van Morlehem Hunter. I guess, how would you tech? Would you just like switch it to Gorther and add a squirrel or something? Also, are these ladder decks? Or are they like the tournament versions? that you publish. Assimilate is not good against elves, no. Shouldn't elves be here? Who wrote this? Alright, Scoia'tael Hybrid. Ew, we hates this deck. This deck is cancer. Like, I mean, I don't like playing against this either, but this one, every game is the same. They just slam points, kill your shit, do run to random damage, censor your tall unit, and out everything else. Ugh. Someone was wholesome before, yeah. True, I mean, technically Cancer has evolutionary value, right? Whereas, like, this thing is just... I'm memeing. Okay. Zoltan, blah, blah, blah. Erendite's now 10p, but they still run it. Run Censor, like, they run Censor, Erendite, Hengite's. Like, this is so annoying. Because these two cards generate so much removal and points that you don't need shit here. And then the deck is hella consistent, because Precision Strike adds consistency, Vanadane adds consistency, and they have Maxi. I never had trouble, like, sometimes I would miss one of these two, but... Oh, and this version doesn't run Onira, this version just runs Decree. What do they get out of it instead? I guess a Knickers? Sure. No, it's a deck without weakness. Like, you know, it should be like you pick between Point Slam Control or Engine, right? But these Zoltan Warrior is a control card that is also a damage engine that also plays for a buttload of points. He plays for 4 plus 6 plus 4. That's a 14-point card with a 1 per turn damage engine, which also sets up your Monroe, which creates, like, which also plays for a gazillion. Like, that's not okay. It would be like Unseen Elder spawn 2 like Necrorats or Flutters or something in addition to what he does today. Doesn't it? I don't care about the strength. I'm talking about from a design standpoint. Please don't bring up win rate nonsense. But this deck loses to X. Who cares what it loses to, what it beats? Cards, decks should have trade-offs. You should not be able to have your cake and eat it too. That's just good design sense. Like any game where you have multiple things fighting each other in PvP, one of them should not get to check all the boxes, right? You should have to pick which boxes you want to check, and there should be trade-offs in picking said boxes. I feel like I'm explaining something very obvious and elementary. Not if you run the company variant. What do you mean the company variant? Oh, Zoltan's company. What does that one lack? Yeah, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to having. Let me see which one I have. Thanks, Captain Caffeine. Yeah, see, this is my version that I don't have Erendite. I run Oniromancy instead. And this one has Zoltan Scoundrel and Zoltan's Company. Okay, so is this the correct company variant? I got it from somebody. I don't know if it's right. No. Triss isn't always better than Decree. Okay, so this is the Precision Strike company version. And then this is last season's deck. I don't know why there's a Wagenberg here, don't ask me. Geralt, if you don't mind waiting until after we're done with the... Actually, I can't. I'm doing the meta report review, and then I'm playing some practice games with Sheath. But maybe after that? Okay. If you're around, I'll get to it, I promise. You don't need help with bricks, just play properly. Okay. So this version that we just saw has Erendite and Decree and Knickers and Maxi. And it cuts what? It cuts the 2 archers, or 1 archer. That was a misclick on the Wagenberg, I think. No Peller anymore because there's a lot less Cyrenova decks. And I am missing a Vial, looks like. Everything else is the same. Get rid of Spore and add a Bowman. Bowman. Vial. Greedy. And Wagenberg. Because this version, if they kill your little dudes, you're kind of screwed, right? Like if they kill your rowdy dwarves, is that the weakness of this version and why the company version gets played? Okay. Me neither in general. That's why I like the idea of that version. But like, what do you upgrade? So you just like add another Bowman, I guess. And then you just run like a Zoltan here. Or I guess a Knickers or something. You run 2 chariots or 1? And then do you run Maxi? Yeah, but other people do, so I need to learn all these decks. Hold on. What was it? What did it look like before? We don't need Peller. Just run like Vile or something. Because our deck's pretty standard anyway. What do you play, Puzzle? Just out of curiosity. For ST. I like Maxi because any deck that runs Oniro, I like running Maxi in. Because if I don't get Oniro, that's like so many provisions left in the deck. Helps in self-wound matchup. It helps like protect your engines or something. I just noticed that nobody's running Purify anymore. How do you answer Defender? Like, is a Bowman, second Bowman, really better than a Purify? Oh, it makes their Vile come out. And you can Sword Melusine. That's because he has a diamond. And diamonds come out whenever we're talking like meta. Here I was just tweaking stun ladder. Okay. So this is just like a greedier version. So that's the Elder Blood way. Tell everyone to run this so they can brick and get frustrated and this isn't my version. This is the standard version. Elves are also hot garbage? At least in tournament, they're not. I haven't played them on the ladder. Okay. NR, stockpile. Just standard stockpile. Oh, no, mutagen? Also, I have sensor. Not sensor, Maxi. Hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Our army has been stopped under the city of Vizima. We need to start the siege. The deck, which has been around for a very long period of time, sounds like an addition of new card generator. The card that everyone said was shit. Oh my god. People could not stop talking how shit this card was. An artifact created... Okay. Oh, because it's the meta report, not the list of the best decks. Right. So for Siege, this is what I'm currently running. Because I am a troll at heart. I assume Puzzle would approve of this. I actually don't even care about the troll. I like War Chariot. Yeah. If I was really playing this, I would be playing like this and reinforcements. That's like more my... Wait, what? Why do I have history? Hubert, where are you? Oh, I'm running Oniromancy. That's the thing that I was doing. That was funny. Well, when I was running Sensor, it made sense to run Onira. Because I wanted a way to tutor it and I didn't want to run Tome. And I got tired of, like... I don't know. I don't think A is as good as people think it is. Especially if you play more, like... When you're playing things like Trollolo and War Chariot and Vess, like, A doesn't boost them that much. And I wanted to be able to, like, play those. And I was playing Sensor instead of Heatwave. But this is fine. This is, like, the correct version. Let's see, what else does this run? I mean, I'm never playing this. This just looks so dog shit. I don't even care if it works.
People like me.
It's like the Relics deck of NR. Just play some cards. I think that I would run... What am I missing here? Volta's Pride. Hey, Jarvie, how's it going? Should probably add Siege. Oh, yeah, Siege. That's why I have provisions left. I misclicked the card. We tried Bellahun, he's bad. See, you just end up with 7 after I add everything that I want. So what do you guys run instead of, in like a standard Siege non-meter generator version? Instead of War Chariot, what do? You guys run Muzzle? Yeah. Because you have ways of setting it up, and it's a lot of good tempo. Yeah, I don't think you can fit Hubert anymore without cutting Marguerite. And I'm guessing Marguerite's important. Rough Farts. I'm not running Rough Farts in stockpile. If I run Rough Farts, I'd have to cut Heatwave or Muzzle. And then I would need to, like, replace this with Vess or something. I need at least, like, 2 ways of giving Rough Farts Zeal. Okay, cut Natalis for book. True. He is a soldier, but then you have to play him on melee row. But what would you do with the extra provisions? Oh, Hubert? Yeah, this... I kind of like that because it gives me... That's another thing I really liked when I was running Onira instead of AA. I had instant access to Heatwave and Muzzle. Because normally if you miss those, it's like so garbage. Lacerate? Do you really... For what? For the Elves matchup? Or... Don't you want... Like, isn't it good when they're going wide? Because, like... Doesn't Pride deal with that? Like, wouldn't you rather go with Spear? To add, like, 6 reach to your tall removal? What does Siege get rolled on? Rolled on? Or rolled by? We're like crafting the sheath meta here. The sheath puzzle meta report. Good against ST. What's it bad against? This doesn't say. Okay. You can see I have 14 units, so you can assume that there's 11 specials. Because there's 25 cards. Well, one is artifact, So 10. One is tome, so 9. 9 specials. Why? You saying I should run Gord in a siege deck? Why does the number of specials matter? Sarah, Johnny? You don't play them all in the same round. So this is the alternate version linked from the meta report. Compared to mine, this one has Natalis. Mine has Book. Mine has Book and Spear. Theirs has Natalis and like another 4P. An Envoy. Oh yeah, I was running Istrid so I could cut Envoy. But I guess I should put Envoy back. Right? Because Envoy is the only way you can make sure that you draw Siege. You guys really don't think Istrid's good? Like, if I have Istrid in my hand in round 1, don't I just play it and it just sits there? Yeah, run Mutagen instead of Spear. Delays the other stuff. True. But doesn't Envoy do the same thing? Hey, TikTok. Alright, sorry. Tactic on. I'm good. Hope you're good as well. AA without generator doesn't feel right. You guys, I'm not running Mutagenerator. Get that out of your head. Oh, that's true. Because Envoy always gets value. Okay. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't play Reinforcements. It's a Warfare card. It makes me another Siege Engine. Like, this is fine. Yeah. It's that puzzle. Are you shocked to see him in my chat? Puzzle was in this chat before he was a top player. Maybe that's why he's a top player. You could be the next Puzzle. Putting it for Margarita. What, Reinforcements? Yeah, that's what I was running before. Instead of these two, I had Natalis. And then instead of like, yeah, I cut these two and put in Natalis on like a siege support. So it was basically my old version. The non-troll version. Why not Henselt instead of Karathi? If you play Stockpile without a Henselt, you are literally trolling. If you see me play a deck with a Stockpile deck without a Henselt, assume it's a misclick and let me know about it. Okay. Tier 3, Scorytail Elves. Another question. Hey. Well, welcome here, Tactic. Any of you speak Russian or enjoy watching Russian streams? Check out Tactic on. Last seen streaming Gwent the Witcher card game. Vanadane swears he's all natural, but suddenly going up in provisions and power is a bit suspicious. Last I heard, he was trying to buy a ring from one of Verno's commandos, but the cost went up overnight and he couldn't afford it. It looks like it ended up turning out well anyway, since he ended up joining the deck. Other news, the drought passed and the Great Oak was able to grow back to full strength. Game plan, Mulligan, look for Vanadane, fan that blah blah blah. Save Simless, Verno, Oak is better in the long round, so use discretion whether you really need it to win round 1 or not. Use Vanadane, play 1, okay. Round 2, Zillis, Blue Whales back. Bleed if you need to. You do well and wrong if you save Feign Death, or a short round if you only save Simless. Okay, Feign first. Simless for value. Verno or Oak if you still have them after. Gonna marry when I want at any cost and bleed with Simless. Interesting. Why is that good in a mirror? Won't they just wait till you play your Simless and then they play their Simless? And doesn't their Simless clean up your Simless? It's what we do TikTok tactic. Whenever we have a streamer, we give him a shout out. Because the Gwent needs more streamers, so we should support each other. Okay. The bow guy sticking is huge. Which one's the bow guy? Swordmaster? You guys still haven't told me who wrote these. In the TLG one, they tell you like the author for each section. Hold on, let's look at the matchups real quick. Good against Assimilate, bad against NR, WinCon, Simless, and Fainteth. Okay. Okay, so this is the hand buff deck with the 2 Zoltan. All right, let's bring up our hand buff deck and fix it. I'm gonna put this on my other screen so I can do this real quick. Yeah, enchant. I knew Enchanted Armor was troll. Chat was baiting me. Where is it? Okay. Seems like the poem was a joint effort. Nice. That makes it even better. Monroe, Simless, Geralt. Wait, is this like the Spiro version? With that, like basically Farseer abuse? Trisbutt. It's Kerpiton? Okay. Skag. Torque. Donka. Knickers. Doragary. Interesting. Harvest. Chariot. 2 chariots, 1 dancer. Oh, interesting. So not so some of these cards like are not, I haven't seen in other stuff, hand buff decks. So Bowman, War Dancer. I guess War Dancer makes sense. And then Skirmisher is just because it's a busted card. It's 6 damage for a 4 provision card. Come on. That like doesn't even reward being removed because there's not a lot of do 2 damage in the game. I got smashed. Watch. Oh yeah. Two War Dancer is better than 2 Bowmen. What do I have extra? Oh, I have 2 scrolls for some reason. That makes more sense. I've just noticed like people are dropping Purifies left and right. That makes my Kelly deck even better. All right, time for me to have opinions. Gurney, Medish. Nope. No Mamuna. No Bloody Mistress. No. That's where this shit deck came from? Oh my god. These people have been farming in the mirror. Those Griffin enjoyers. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is the version you play, boys. I mean, you can convince me that Fruits is better leader, right? I will fine. Okay? And you can argue that Oniro is too much and you should just run Decree. Fine, right? I like Oniro because I'm a sucker for consistency. But and Crohn's, if you can fit them, more power to you, right? And Hengaith's Sword, I'm not sold on it. It can be removed. But Mamuna and Bloody Mistress just do not fit the theme of the deck, in my opinion. I think it's so much better with like Self-Eaters and focusing on them and carryover with She Who Knows. It's not more consistency. In this deck it is. Because I have Lady of the Lake. And you're saying Oneiromancy is not thinning. Maybe that's what you mean? Because it like is anti-thinning or whatever? I was actually running, instead of Hengaith, I was running Decree and all of this other stuff. Anyway, like, the reason I don't like Bloody Mistress at the moment is because the fruits just get pinged. It's easy to stop it. Plus, it doesn't increase in base power. And Mamuna, same thing. It takes a spot on the row that you want to have a bunch of high base power stuff on. But, you know, this version is... obviously, this version is not bad. I just don't like putting Toad Prince and Doragary in this deck. I tried Doragary. Like, you have one Decree. Are you really going to use it on Doragary? No? Okay. And, like, there's no operator, so your Incubus are not going to get to res Self-Eaters. Oh, it's only running one Self-Eater. Wow. Okay, never mind. I mean, I will give this a try, because sometimes something looks bad in theory but is good in practice. But I think my version's better. Or I think this is not the best version. My version is a work in progress. But the core idea being operator necromancy is, I think, better than Crohn's. Priestess deck. Play properly, you thin to 0 cards in round 3 while getting access to all of the necessary cards. No fear of breaking, as you can easily fix your hand with leader ability, Griffin, Mentor, blah, blah, blah. That's almost everything. You have Engine Overload, great tempo round 1, good potential to bleed round 2, and great finish in round 3. Having last say in any matchup is a cherry on top. The only downside of this deck is the entry level. When to pull off Sunset? Which card do I take from leader? Which do I mulligan away? As difficult as it is, equally rewarding. No better feeling than an overcharged Traveling Priestess. Okay. So now we're saying that since the nerf, it's just like a balanced high skill deck. Wilson, I thought about ADC. But the problem is that after She Who Knows, which is a 10, you're going to get Ratcatcheress. And then after that, you have a bunch of 6s, which are like Incubuses. And then you get to Operator. And like, really only She Who Knows is a card that you want to tutor that way. And so for one extra provision, I would just run a Decree. The reason this is running Oneiromancy, though, is because Teleport is actually amazing in this deck. It's an entire strategy. I feel like I need to play this on stream here in a minute. I'll play, maybe the first game I play against Sheath, I'll play. Naglfar is garbage. Like, trust me, I usually run Decree and ADC or whatever. I don't like running Oniro. But there are some decks where Oniro makes a lot of sense. And a deck like this where you have a lot of specials, Onira is way better. Plus, I already have Triss. And Triss is how you make sure you get to Operator or Self Eater round 1. Again, you only have one target for it, so it's bad. Like, if you want to play old school relics, right? Do I have one here? This is Relic Kecker. Relic non-Kek. So, forget these these cards. Like, if you just want to play, hold on. The other thing, the other reason you often see me not play, Mamuna is because I really don't like. There was a lot of graveyard hate on the ladder, more so than in tournaments and whatnot, or like more so than in higher MMR. People run like fucking double Squirrel and Lemons plus Squirrel and like Gorther. Like people just fucking hate graveyard stuff. So if you wanted to run a Quacks version, you'd run something like this where you have 3 things that Quacks tutors out that are all good. But you'd have to make a cut. You'd have to either cut Iteran, or cut Truffle, or cut Crones, right? So, so you pick what you want to cut. Easiest cut here is Truffle. Like something like this could work. Or you can cut, if you don't want to run like Iteran Operator, you can just play the 3 Crones. That's also fine, right? And forget these teleports. That's like, that's not important. Just assume they're Megascopes. Something like this. You would play... This is like old school relics, right? You just play like Knickers and a Megascope, or another like teleport or something. All right, this is the Quacks deck that you like. If you like Quacks, if you like Mamuna, Bloody Mistress, this is what you run. But what this Force of Nature deck is, it's about Triss, and it's about carryover with Erendite. So it's just kind of goes all in on that. I wanted a little bit more control, so I added a Hentai Sword, but it's not necessary. You can replace this with Decree. Okay, so Flurry Golden Necker is still around. That's a deck we played the other day, basically. This one was Verification and Puzzle Box. So I think it's better. Self-Poison with Nova. With some changes in poison cards, this deck should be good in the current meta. It is similar to the deck from last season. But after Erendite nerf, you will play some other gold cards like Tesham or Walter Veritas. Poison Tribute is really good. You can win the first round thanks to... Okay, let's just look at the deck.